We are from DT10. Today we'll be learning the deep muscles of back of the forearm. The first muscle is abductor pollicis longus, which originates from the lateral part of posterior surface of ulna below the acromius and the middle one-third of the posterior surface of the radius and intervening posterior surface of interosseous membrane. It gets inserted into the lateral side of base of first metacarpal. The nerve supply is the posterior interosseous nerve. The actions of its help in abduction of the thumb. The next muscle is extensor pollis brevis. It originates from the small area on the posterior surface of radius below the origin of abductor pollicis longus. It gets inserted into the posterior surface of the base of proximal phalanx of the thumb. The nerve supply of it is the posterior interosseous nerve. The actions of it helps in extension of the thumb at the metacarpophalangeal joint and extends the carpo-metacarpal joints. The next muscle is extensor pollicis longus. It originates from the lateral part of middle one-third of posterior surface of ulna and the adjoining interosseous membrane. It gets inserted to the dorsal surface of base of the distal phalanx of the thumb. The nerve supply of it is the posterior interosseous nerve. It helps in extension of the joints of thumb and helps in extension of the wrist. The next muscle is extensor indicis. It originates from the posterior surface of ulna below the origin of extensor pollicis longus. It gets inserted into the tendon that lies medial to the tendon of index finger. Through the extensor expansion, it gets inserted to the dorsal of the medium and the distal phalanges of index finger. The nerve supply of it is the posterior interosseous nerve, and the actions of it helps in extension of the index finger, and it also helps in extension of the wrist. The next muscle is supinator. The supinator originates from the lateral epicondyle, lateral ligament of elbow joint and the annular ligament. It gets inserted into the upper one-third of posterior, lateral and the anterior surface of radius. The nerve supply of it is the posterior interosseous nerve. It pierces there before piercing into the supinator. The actions of it helps in supination of forearm.